I guess I should explain a little bit about that in case you don't follow me on Twitter. When I was streaming, I got a message from Evelyn saying that BB had eaten a piece of decoration. And I felt like, okay, I'll just turn off the stream for a second and go check it out and see what's going on, because it worried me a lot. And then we ended up taking him to the vet, just to be sure, because he seemed absolutely fine. After he swallowed it, he seemed fine, but it was a piece of garland. Like, you know, we don't have a tree, but we had to get decorations and tie them up high because we didn't want BB to get near them, and he couldn't get near them at all. But a piece of it apparently broke off and fell down, and he swallowed that, so it had a tiny piece of, like, stiffening wire in it, a piece of metal, and he swallowed that, and he seemed absolutely fine. We called the emergency vet, and they were like, if he seems okay, then it's probably fine until the morning, and then you can go to your local vet. But I was like, no, I want to get him x-rayed. I want to get him checked out, because there's no way I'm letting him... What if we go to bed and something happens? So we went in and they said, yeah, he has something in his stomach. He needs surgery. And he stayed there overnight. So we came home very emotionally exhausted. But the next morning we got a phone call saying, like, he's prepped for surgery. He's ready to go. And then we got a phone call not long after that saying he puked it all up after he got his anesthesia for surgery. So thank whatever cosmic entity allowed favor to be in his side, but he puked it up and everything was fine. So he came home, and then he was a little woozy and a little drowsy, and he kind of sat there full of drugs that didn't actually do anything for him other than ease his anxiety, I guess. But yeah, that's why I stopped stream last time, because I wanted to get that sorted out, but I didn't want to panic anybody or make a big deal about it publicly. But very scary, and I'm glad he's okay. And this is my first time ever owning a pet personally, not like a family pet that needed something, and usually our family pets are fine, but this is the first time I've ever had a pet that had to go through something like that. So a little scary, but everything's good. How's BB doing? He's doing much better. He's back to his normal self. The first day when he was back, he was a little tired and he was a little groggy, and he was like hopped up on anesthesia because they were getting ready to like prep him for surgery, and then they gave him drugs for that, and then he puked it up because the drugs made him like nauseous. So then he didn't need surgery, so he still had some of those in his system when he came back, and he was just kind of like sitting there like, and his eyes were like as big as they could be, and he was fine. He had like, if you called him, then he would like come and like rub against you and everything, but then when he sat, he would just like sit there and stare off into the distance, and he wasn't really sleeping because of that, because he was just on high alert. But now he's perfectly back to normal. He's eating well again, his appetite's back to normal, and he has his energy back, and he's playing again. So scary, poor little man. He's been through so much.